Torah Life Ministries come out of the world. Messiah people seek the truth.
Hello everybody, it's Paul Neeson with Torah Life Ministries. Today we have an amazing show. We had this guest on the show before, Andrew Gabriel Roth. But today he's going to be talking about a great topic because, I have been involved in the Messianic movement for quite a while now, Hebrew roots or whatever you want to call it. But let me just give you this joke. And those of you that get this joke are going to really appreciate today's topic. The joke is, the other day I was at a conference and somebody said to me, Paul, good morning. And I said, it depends whose calendar you're on. You see, everyone has their different calendar and at different times of what they decide is the right way to keep the holy days or the right times to keep the holy days. And I know when you get into the Hebrew roots movement, it's important to keep the holy days. But here's what I say about the people that keep the pagan holidays. At least they can all agree to keep it on the same day. This has been a big problem in the Messianic movement, and this is one of the reasons why they call it the Messianic movement. Well, anyway, today we got an interview with Andrew Gabriel Roth. Wonderful information about the calendar, and he's going to be talking about it in his new book called The Wheel of Stars. And we're going to hear his interview right now. Okay, here we are with Andrew Gabriel Roth again. He was on the show before. Andrew, I know you have a new book out now. Tell us a little about it, The Wheel of Stars. So tell us what it's about.
Okay. Well, basically, this is about how the stars, according to Yahweh in the Torah, keep bringing the seasons. And so, the role of the stars is something that Scripture is screaming at us to use, and yet nobody seems to have incorporated it into the various calendar schools today. And what emerged from my research is not so much me trying to bash someone with this school of thought or that school of thought, but to say, listen, wouldn't it be wonderful if I could show to you that I can take your piece about the barley, I could take your piece about the moon, I can put all these things together and line them up, and they all work like this wonderfully integrated timepiece that Yahweh has given us. And Wheel of Stars is about that, and it's also about what happens when you wind this timepiece up and how it may be counting down to Yeshua's return. So there is prophecy, but there is also insight, biblical math, and how to understand when the feasts actually are.
One of the things that seems to be a problem today in the so-called Messianic movement is there are more and more people coming out with some type of calendar or some type of schedule or something, and each person thinks that they have it right.
Of course.
So what would your recommendation be to somebody who's confused out there and they're seeing all these different things and they don't really know, but they want to know?
Well, I would basically say, look, first thing we need to do is to be civil. Okay, and not cast people into hell, because that's what I have seen over and over again. So let's get our behavior and our own personal house in order first. And secondly is that we should be looking at all of Scripture, not just the Scriptures that favor our position. And if people will come in sincerity to that table of brotherhood and give the right hand of fellowship, as Rav Shaul talks about, then I think we can make a lot of progress here. Because I think what they will find is that, at least with respect to me, I will be able to say, listen, I agree, your part of the calendar is important, but it's just a piece of it. So let's see how your piece relates to his piece, relates to her piece, and let's see, how together we form the perfect timepiece under Yahweh's guidance. Or, to put it another way, signs, seasons, days, and years, in that order. I agree that for those who come out of the majority church, where they have Christmas on December 25th and Easter, however they calculate it, they come into Hebraic roots and they're so happy. Oh, they told us all these lies and we were so confused, but we're so great to have the truth. Tell us, when's Passover? And it's like, cricket. Or it depends on who you talk to. And then they go, wait a second, why is it you guys are arguing over a 4-day period when Passover begins? That's this year. And over a 3-day period when Tabernacles begins, also this year. If you don't have it down, why should I be in the movement? Why should I be, why don't I just go back to my church? So we better get this down. If we really want to be a safe haven for them, to show them the Shabbat, show them the beauty of Yahweh's feast, we better be able to speak with at least a more uniform, regular voice than we can right now.
Great. Well, Andrew, it's always great to have a brother of Judah on the show, and thank you very much. And again, give everybody your website.
Okay, www.aent.org, and also www.wheelofstars.com.
All right, everybody, there he was, Andrew Gabriel Roth. Make sure you get his book and you check out his information, and make sure that you understand that everyone's on their own particular calendar, but there's only one calendar that our Creator has. And I'm not saying who's right or wrong, what's the best way, what's the worst way, but I am saying we do have to get away from these pagan days and start keeping the feast days of a wonderful Creator that we're commanded to keep. So check that out, everybody, and just pray about it, and I pray that you have some resolution with this. This is Paul Neeson with Torah Life Ministry saying have a great day.
Seek the truth, avoid the evil, learn Yahweh's way.